Hello, my name is Umi Chor, and I'm here to talk about a business proposal for Cake and Stay coffee shop. I'll first of all start with the introduction about the presentation, which is to demonstrate the skills and approaches entrepreneurs bring to the process of value creation for the business. We'll be analyzing the factors that encourage and discourage the move to entrepreneurship and also assess my personal potential as an entrepreneur. What is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is an individual who forms and manages a business for the purpose of making profit and can be characterized by their innovative behavior and strategic management business practices. Entrepreneurship skills and value creation. The skills of an entrepreneur is having the ability to spot new trends. They should be able to think outside the box and willing to take risks. They should also be able to focus and set up long-term vision and aim to reach a goal. Some people become an entrepreneur and start to make a goal, and within a couple of months they leave that and start something else and not focus on what they started. And entrepreneurs should be able to focus and so that they'll be able to reach these goals. Our unique selling point for this business would be our extremely friendly staff and eliminate the hassle of preparing your own meeting and promoting sugar-free products, which are the value creation for this business. The business, Cake and Stay, will be a cafe that serves sugar-free cakes and coffee, catering for students, business officials, and local community. We'll be serving sugar-free cakes. We'll be holding business meetings, quiet study area for students. We'll be having coffee and also family play areas. We'll also be educating people about the rise of diabetes and how too much sugar in our diets is affecting our health. The Food and Drug Administration warned that sugar intake should be limited to 4 tablespoons a day. I've also identified potential consequences of having too much sugar in our diet. Too much sugar could cause cavity, it also cause weight gain, they cause diabetes, pancreatic cancer, obesity, and also liver failure. SWOT analysis. I'll first of all talk about what SWOT analysis is. It is most organizations use a business analytic tool for decision making, that can achieve results and growth on their goods, services, and marketing. This process is what's known as SWOT analysis, which helps in identifying the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunity, and threats in the market industry a business is operating. The strength for this business, Cake and Stay, would be the location. Will be based in the city center. We'll have a relaxed environment and seasonal produce, friendly staff, and the business is small, so it will be easy to manage. The weaknesses for this business would be getting the right staff. We're also not a popular brand, so we're not yet known. That could also be one of our weaknesses, and also maintaining the quality staff that we employ. The opportunities for this business would be to expand by delivering to customers. For example, we can deliver to universities or also to offices in the local area. We'll also be developing an app, and we'll be promoting healthy eating using natural products, and we'll be using local suppliers. The threats for this business, it could be operation cost, misconception of fatty foods, climate change, lack of produce for the farmers, that could be a threat for us, and also Brexit supply chain. Although SWOT analysis have been identified for the business, but it will be really difficult to predict until this business is started up and running. Marketing strategies. These define the goals required to achieve marketing endeavor according to a business's needs. Therefore, Cake and Stay marketing strategies are food testing and supermarkets. We'll also be going to universities and offering testing sessions, and also at the shopping centers in the local area. We'll also be based at the city center, and we'll be offering parking for the which will be free for the first hour. These are one of our marketing strategies. We'll also be focusing on business officials, afternoon tea sessions. We'll be using flyers and local advertising. We'll also be using the social media for our marketing. Market gap opportunities and idea generation. Idea generation is the brainstorming process that helps in discovering sustainable business opportunities. Idea generation can also be described as an act of generating applicable ideas which are linked to creativity problem solving. Hence, the ideas are used throughout the creativity problem. They should therefore be taken very seriously because they eventually become a creativity model. The market gap. This brand will be on the market all year round as it caters for all, while the competitors are mostly focused on selling snacks and sandwiches. We'll be promoting a different brand. Develop an app to book a table are one of the idea generation market gap. We'll also be offering delivery services for local businesses. We will offer services of setting up. We could hire us and we could come out to your business and decorate a room of your choice for having meetings or afternoon tea. We'll also stand out and different from our competitors and we'll be providing sugar-free products. The feasibility of this business, I have identified it using Porter's 5 forces, which are the buyer power, the supplier power, the library, and substitute threat and barrier to enter. Buyer power we'll be buying locally, so we'll be having low cost and which will help us to make more profit. The rivalry is others sell snacks and hot food while we have a specialty only available from us in the area. The supplier power, because we're using sugar-free, using fruits from local farmers, so other big supply chain would not have that power over us. The substitute threat is the uniqueness of our products, and our clients will have to stick to us for the excellent service that we provide for them. The barriers to enter is we'll be able to expand our business and offer franchise to new entrants, which would also help us to eliminate the threat of competition of people doing what we're doing. There are factors that encourage entrepreneurship, and some of them have been identified as independence. People go in to become an entrepreneur because they want to be their own boss and being in control. There's also flexibility. People are tired of demands, and also some people want to participate in social activities. While you're in paid employment, you don't have the option of taking your time off wherever you please. It depends on what your boss or employer tells you what to do. So these are one of the factors that also encourage entrepreneurship. Also the economy, which is lack of jobs. And because of, for example, the 0-hour contract, some people go on it and it's affecting a lot of families in the United Kingdom because when you work this week, you don't know next week you could be working only 5 hours, and when you have bills to pay, rent to pay, or mortgages, that is not very helpful at all. And people are tired of these things. That's why a lot of them it encourage people to become an entrepreneur, and also innovation, which is product development and creativity thinking. Entrepreneurs are able to set up their own salaries as they see fit to compensate the amount of time they put into the business, which can also motivate them to do more in order to achieve more for themselves. Job satisfaction was highly reported by entrepreneurs than those in paid employments, which is believed to be related to independence and the absence of hierarchy and low rewards. These are some of the factors that motivated me to become an entrepreneur. I'll also talk about the factors that discourage entrepreneurship, which are the regulatory barriers. Some people are disturbed about the administrative burdens of the regulatory system because they don't know what the requirements are, and these are things that make them not to become entrepreneurs. Also, fear of failure is another factor due to low self-esteem, or people are scared that people might say that they failed. They were not able to even make a business stand. Capital is also a factor that discourages entrepreneurship. Some people don't have the amount of money required to start up even a small business. Lack of skills, which could also be having a disability, could also become a factor that discourages entrepreneurship, and most important, lack of the understanding of the six phases of entrepreneurship. When you don't understand these six phases, it could be very potentially damaged because you need to know what these are and understand them. If you don't, it could make your company not succeed. And I've identified them, and the six are potential, intention, nascent, new, established, and discontinuance. In spite of these factors, I am still motivated to become an entrepreneur by taking the risk because all of these factors do not apply to me. Personal potential as an entrepreneur. I've identified some of my potential by using a creativity test online, and I've scored a score of 75%, which is really high. I'm also a person who is willing to learn new things, and also a great people's person, and I'm also a good leader, which I've done while I was in university. I've been the group leaders in so many occasions, and we've also done well. The business structure and projected plan. Cake and Stay will start up with 6 employees, including the manager, and the proposed startup cost would be £25,000, and I've created a projected plan of what we'll be using. I've also created a business structure, which is the top would be the manager, which will be myself, and there will be a supervisor, and the other remaining staff will be all on the same level. The adopted theories. Schumpeter, 1928, cited in Kianis, 2013, that innovation leads to entrepreneurship and helps in economic development. Schumpeter also said that innovation happens when new market opens up, when new products are introduced, new production methods are introduced, and also new organization is introduced. And I've identified that as being new products being my sugar-free cakes, and the also being healthy, and the production method is the kind of services, and for example setting up afternoon teas and the kind of way we deliver it, and we're a new brand, not a franchise. McClelland's 1960s motivation theory teaches that there are 3 types of need at a given time. The first need is for power, for example being my own boss and in control. There's also a need for affiliation, which is forming a new company and expanding it. Need for achievement, which is success by effort, not by chance. That is owning my own business, motivating people, and helping young entrepreneurs. Achievement has been the highest need identified for becoming entrepreneurs. However, personally, I do not agree with McClelland's theory because although all these needs are factors that motivate entrepreneurship, however, this can be achieved while working in a paid employment. The conclusion of this presentation is Cake and Stay is an innovative business that will help to promote the dangers of eating too much sugar. We will be educating the local community, including students, families, and workers, about using natural fruits as an alternative, and also provide a service where people meet up in a relaxed environment, enjoy cakes that are not harmful to their health. We will also be focusing on our uniqueness and excellent service, together with my passion and skills driving us to expand the business further. Thank you for your time.